Okay, if your family's daily routine feels more like a frantic race than, a moment of real connection, then this is for you. We're going to break down how to go from all that chaos to a sense of calm, and we're starting right now.
So let's be honest for a second. How many of you feel like your mornings are just a total battle? That constant rush of negotiations and power struggles just to get everyone out the door on time. Yeah, you're not alone.
Well, if that hits a little too close to home, just take a deep breath. Because the good news is, it really truly doesn't have to be this way. We can actually trade in all that frantic, stressful energy for a sense of ease and, believe it or not, connection.
First, let's just acknowledge the reality for so many of us, right? This first part is all about validating that daily struggle.
It's that cycle, isn't it? The endless rushing, repeating yourself for the 10th time, battling over simple things like shoes and coats. It's not just tiring, it's absolutely draining for you and your kids. It leaves everyone feeling disconnected and just worn out before the day's even really started.
So what's the alternative? Well, it's a really powerful shift in thinking, and it's rooted in the Montessori philosophy. It's all about moving away from a rigid, parent-enforced schedule and embracing a much more flexible, predictable rhythm.
And just think about the difference for a second. A rigid schedule, that's usually all about what the parent wants. It's inflexible, and honestly, it's a recipe for stress. But a rhythm? Well, a rhythm is child-centered. It's predictable enough that they feel secure, but it's flexible enough to feel calm.
And that's the absolute key right there. That predictability gives children a sense of control. See, when they know it's coming next, they aren't just being dragged along by our agenda. They get the flow of the day, and that dramatically reduces their anxiety and resistance.
So, okay, how do we actually put this into practice? Let's get into some really practical strategies, and we're going to start with the biggest challenge for so many of us, solving that morning mayhem.
So the very first step is to just observe. Become a detective and identify the bottlenecks. Where does the flow always seem to break down? Does your kid get sidetracked by toys every single time? Do the siblings start winding each other up? Once you can see the pattern, you can actually start to solve it.
And that leads us to a super simple three-step solution. First, observe, but without judging, just to see what's really going on. Second, create a visual guide, like a chart with pictures, so your child can see what to do next all on their own. And third, prepare everything the night before. This simple prep work can eliminate so much of that morning scramble. It's a game changer.
Now, beyond the practical steps, the way we communicate, that is a huge game changer. It's all about connecting before you correct. Getting down on their level, making some eye contact, and guiding them instead of just ordering them around.
And look at these simple swaps. Instead of launching into a long lecture, just try one word, shoes. Instead of a command, give them a choice. Hey, coat or shoes first. That simple little thing gives them a sense of control. And my absolute favorite, instead of shouting from the kitchen, try getting up close and whispering. It is amazing how well that works.
All right, let's take these same ideas and apply them to another daily pressure point, mealtimes. The goal here is to transform the dinner table from a potential battleground into a place of genuine connection.
The core idea is just this. Meals are for way more than just food. They are a daily opportunity to actually connect as a family, to share stories, and to build those relationships.
And it really boils down to three core principles. First, just respecting our food and where it comes from. Second, practicing what Montessori calls grace and courtesy, the basic manners that make meals pleasant for everybody. And third, and this one is a really big one, teaching our kids to actually listen to their own bodies.
This means we kind of have to let go of that old clean plate club mentality. Instead, we're empowering our kids to recognize their own body's cues for hunger and for fullness. This is how you build a healthy, lifelong relationship with food.
And of course, real connection requires focus. That means putting the distractions away. No toys, no phones, no screens at the table. And yep, that goes for the adults too. This is what creates the space for a real conversation to actually happen.
Okay, let's zoom out now and take a look at the bigger picture. What's the ultimate goal of all these small daily adjustments anyway?
This is so important to remember. This isn't just about making your life a little easier. By setting up these rhythms, you are giving your child the tools for life. You're building their independence, their confidence, and a genuine sense of responsibility for themselves.
I absolutely love this quote. It reframes the entire job of parenting, doesn't it? We're not managers or directors who need to control every single outcome. Our role is to be a supportive guide,
to prepare the environment, and then trust our children to step up.
So, we're going to end with this. This is not about overhauling your entire life overnight. It's about small, consistent steps. So just ask yourself, what is one small rhythm you could introduce tomorrow to bring just a little more calm and connection into your family's day?